Hi all, welcome to day 11 of Vlogmas. I'm so happy because it snowed last night. Today I'm feeling a little bit better mentally. The last few days I've been having issues with my depression really acting up. So I've kind of been letting a lot of little things slide, a lot of basic things I really wanted to keep up with. So today, since it's a pretty snow day, I figured I would have a GYST day, a get your shit together day. I would link below to the person who came up with this concept and also Kayln Nicholson, who's a YouTuber I found out about this concept with. But basically it's just a day where you kind of catch up on all the things that you've been letting slide, kind of just get your life back in order, kind of like restart. So that's what I'm gonna do today. It's already almost noon. I like got up at 6:30, but I've just been like drinking tea, relaxing in bed, like just reading on my phone. I've been doing kind of nothing, which I honestly think I've needed. But I wanted to go for a little walk in the woods in the snow first and bring you all with me. And then we're gonna get started on today. Hoping the snow sticks around for a bit. It's already melting off my front lawn. I'm glad it's staying in the woods so far, but last year all our snow went away after like 6 hours and it bummed me out so much. So hopefully this lasts and we get more snow and maybe even a white Christmas. Back home, even though I don't want to. I could 100% spend all day outside here in the snow, in the woods. It does confirm that I probably, if I ever go like in actual deep woods, like wilderness, I need like basically an Aragorn level tracker with me because I don't pay attention. I just get like, oh, pretty tree, oh, pretty bush, oh, pretty snow, and just wander off. It's not good. I don't think I'm a ranger. The only thing I dislike about walking in the woods in the snow is being the one to spoil it all by leaving footprints. Hello, only thing that makes it worthwhile to come back inside. I just finished filming a short video that's going up today, and it is somehow already 1:30. I think I walked for a little too long, and I was just like in bed for too long this morning, but it is what it is. Again, this is a catch-up day, so it's okay to be falling a little bit behind. I am gonna go heat up some soup, have some lunch, and edit my video while I eat lunch, and then we will get kick-started after this. I think we'll start planning Christmas afterwards, because that to me is a bigger priority, because Christmas matters way more than housework and things, right? I mean, I think so. So I finished editing and uploading my video today, and I was gonna move upstairs for my next phase, but I don't think the cat will let me. You can probably hear her purring. I know, Cora, you're a good girl. So I'm downstairs now. I'm just catching up on Vlogmas, and I am working on, I talked about this in my first Vlogmas video, I'm working on my planning, scheduling out my Christmas things. Like when I get depressed, I tend to have time just like completely slip away from me, and I forget a lot of like really basic things too. So I've made a list of like all the movies I really want to see, like a bunch of recipes I want to try, a bunch of things I want to do or have to do for Christmas, like stuff like mailing Christmas cards and wrapping presents, or, you know, baking new recipes. And what I'm going to do now is I'm sitting down and I'm actually going to schedule them out and put them all on the calendar and be like, okay, on this day I want to have this done like at least by this day. And that way I'm going to set reminders on my phone too to like let me know like, hey, today, you know, watch Love Actually and bake chocolate chip cookies and like address your Christmas cards. So that way I'll have it kind of broken down to small chunks, and I won't have to like take that mental space of trying to remember what I'm doing and what I need to do and what I haven't done yet. Instead I can just like trust my technology to keep up with me. So I'm doing that. And now the cat has given up. She gets filmed and decides she doesn't have to cuddle me any longer. How dare she? I was used to you, cat. Cora. Hi, Cora. Hello. So cruel. So anyway, I'm getting started on that. So I'm going to do that organizing. And then after that, it's probably about time to start cleaning before it gets too dark. I have to take out the trash, which I need to go outside for that. So my goal is to be finished with this part before it gets too dark and cold out. So let's see how we do with that. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm just writing down each date and anything that's already scheduled for that day so that I can kind of like work around it for my extra Christmas stuff. And I'm so sad because like this is a big font and it's not even 2 pages until Christmas. Like, come on, that's nothing. I need some kind of a job where I can just do Christmas literally all year because apparently 1 to 2 months is not enough for me. And how is it so close to Christmas already? It's not okay. I'm not okay, y'all. I'm not okay. So at this rate, I have to watch like more than 2 Christmas movies a day, or specials a day, or episodes a day. I think I might be up to the task, but I don't know for sure. See, it probably sounds silly to like plan all this stuff this detailed in advance. It's getting really dark in here already. But this is what I mean. Like this stuff just gets away from me. I've literally had this Christmas list of movies I want to watch ready since like the beginning of October, and I still haven't done it because I just got too depressed and I'm just falling behind on everything. Oh, it's frustrating. Okay, I got my Christmas scheduled. I'm super, super excited about that. And so now it is time to do the dishes, which is not quite as exciting, but afterwards I have some kind of fun organizing to do that I'm actually looking forward to because I'm not cool. All right, so the dishes are done. I'm just kind of laying down for a quick second because unfortunately my anxieties decided to start picking up. Like I was downstairs and I was like moving stuff upstairs. And then all at once I was like, oh, wouldn't it suck if you like started getting really weak and dizzy? Because sometimes I do with that kind of stuff. And like just anytime I could be anxious. And yeah, so obviously it's happening now. I'm having like heart palpitations. I am like so hot and it's like 60 degrees in the house. So it's not hot in the house. I feel like I can't breathe and feel dizzy and just like overly wired and like I'm getting smothered. So that's super fun. So I was trying to just like push ahead and be like, no, keep doing everything as if everything's like completely normal and you're completely fine. And instead I thought I would just kind of tell you all what's going on because I'm home alone in the house right now and like I really like alone time. I'm like a big introvert. I like being alone, but I live in like not the safest neighborhood and I don't have a car. I can't drive for mental health reasons. I can like start going to double vision and like lose control of my arms sometimes, so it's not really safe for me to drive. So, and I'm like a 10 or 15 minute drive like from anything in this house. Like I'm in like a kind of unsafe little neighborhood, like 15 minutes from anywhere else. And I tend to do pretty okay when I'm home alone if like I know other people are like available, like at something they could leave and come to the house if I like started really not doing well anxiety wise. But the minute I know that like there's no one available and like I'm on my own for hours, the anxiety just comes full force. I didn't understand why for a long time. Then I talked to my therapist about it, and I've gone through some things in my life which like I can go into at some point. Really not in a good state to go over right now, but I've had periods in my life where I've been like intentionally isolated by people for like not great reasons, like super isolated and restricted and controlled. And I hadn't really thought of it, but that's what I feel like happens whenever I am in a house and I can't get out of the house easily and I can't like have someone around me. I feel like I'm being isolated again and controlled, so I just like I kind of go straight into like fight or flight thing, which then makes me like over respond to any stimuli, like things that like normally may not set off my anxiety will set it off. Things that would normally set it off just a little bit set it off really big time. And that's kind of what's happening now. It's one of those like I probably have been a little anxious for like, you know, a minute or two, or not too bad, or just like told somebody like, oh, this sucks, like got a little anxious, but instead I just started like freaking out, spiraling more and more and more, and I didn't want it to get worse. So I'm like, you know what, just like take off your sweatshirt and go sit on your bed for a second. I'm like about to start like Vlogmas videos again because I have like a podcast on, and that sometimes helps me, but sometimes I think it like almost overwhelms me because I feel like it's like just continual audio stimulation without like being able to see what's causing it, so it kind of like sets off my anxiety when I get that way. So I'll probably just put on Vlogmas videos again soon, because a lot of those are very chill and like really quiet for long portions, very slow paced, and it kind of feels like hanging out with somebody. Like sometimes kind of trick my brain to thinking I'm like not alone in a house because of that kind of thing, especially if it's like a YouTuber I'm really familiar with. Yeah, so I was gonna just like power through and be like, no, start cleaning, and like everything's making my heart go more. So give myself a couple minutes. Thought I would update you all, trying not to like hide this portion of stuff. And then and honestly, talking is helping. It's making me feel less alone and like make me feel more grounded, because I think I've noticed that if I like say I'm having anxiety, it kind of takes some of its power away from it and makes it like less stressful sometimes. I'm like, okay, that's all this is. It's just like a panic attack. This isn't you actually dying. This isn't anything like permanent, because like, ugh, anytime the symptoms hit, it just feels like it's gonna be like forever. It feels like it is never ever going to stop. I just can't imagine coming out of it when I'm in it. And I'm starting to happen when I talk about it. It gets a little more like reminding me that there is hopefully some normalcy outside of it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna rest for a few more minutes and start Vlogmas. Then I think like slowly start organizing, or start cleaning a little bit, and then I'll pick back up with you guys in just a few minutes. And to be clear too, I know I could like call an Uber or a Lyft, but one, like I can't afford to do that all the time, and secondly, like if I'm having really bad anxiety, I get super scared of like being in a car with a stranger at that point, because I've had some not great experiences in taxis and cabs before, and I feel super vulnerable when I get like, especially if a panic attack gets bad enough that I do like have to leave the house or can't handle being alone. Like normally in those states I'm like sobbing, I'm not able to breathe, I can't always tell what's happening to me, like I don't have any, I have very little muscle control. I could not fight somebody off. I couldn't get out of a car. I couldn't think to call 911. You know what I mean? Like so it's like, it's really scary. It feels like being incapacitated. So it's kind of like, hi, I'm like very, and it's very visible with me. Like sometimes when it's like this level of anxiety, it's not super visible. Like someone who knows me really well will be like, hey, are you okay? You're fidgeting a lot, or you're not making eye contact. Like, are you all right? But, when they get really bad, it's super obvious. Like sometimes I'll literally lose the ability to walk, and I will be shaking, I will be like scratching at my arms, I will be sobbing hysterically or like talking to myself. And so like, it's not like I can get in the cab and just like pretend I'm fine or whatever. Like if I could do that, I like wouldn't be having that bad of an attack for like the way my symptoms work. So it leaves me feeling extra trapped. I try to remember that it's possible if I can like catch it early enough, I could maybe like call a Lyft or something and get to somebody else, or get to like a place. Like sometimes even just sitting at a Starbucks can help, like being around other people and being like, okay, like just a little reassurance that, hey, if you pass out, other people are going to be around you. And I've never fainted, but like, knock on wood, but every time I panic, I think I'm going to faint. I think that's what's happening, or it's like I'm going to have a heart attack, or I'm going to have a seizure. Like it's always something that's like incapacitating and potentially deadly. That's very often what it is. So, and my body gets like completely convinced that is what is happening. So sometimes just being around other people is a little reassuring, like, hey, if you really don't do well, someone will call an ambulance. You're not going to be like dying alone on your hallway floor or something. But yeah, it's fun. Okay, feeling a fair bit better, so I'm going to start my electric kettle and get a cup of chamomile tea going. And then what I normally do if I'm just like tidying up, like just putting things away, is I will make my bed, make a lot of space in my bed, and then I'll put everything on my bed that needs to go away, like any like clothes I left on the floor, or knickknacks, or notebooks that are lying around. I leave notebooks and pens lying around everywhere. It's ridiculous. And that way I can kind of like dust and straighten up, and I'll see where everything is available for things to go, because otherwise, like, I'm a big visual processor, so like if there's clutter, I can't like imagine where something is supposed to go, because I'm like, no, it's already taken up, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. So I like to like have everything basically clean and organized except for my bed. Like all the stuff will be on the bed, and then I'll organize it by pile. I'm like, okay, things need to go downstairs in this pile, things need to go in my office in this pile, like books in this pile, clothes in this pile, and that way I can just attack a pile at a time, so everything's like small and orderly. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna start laying things on my bed and getting that all put together. And again, restarting Vlogmas because, you know, I've been like watching Zoella's Vlogmas for like longer than I've known a lot of my closest friends, so I will just have that on in the background while I'm doing stuff, and it just makes me feel a little more calmed and centered and not alone. So yay. Okay, so here's all my stuff I have to put away. It like looks worse than it is, but it's really not that bad. So this is all just gonna get put away, and then I will feel much better, I think. Also, how cute is this guy? She says, let's chill out. And I keep all my peppermints and wintergreens and candy like that in here because I find the peppermint tends to help my anxiety a lot. So this way, if I need to chill out, let's grab a little peppermint. See, much more normal. And now what I'm going to do is, this has been driving me crazy. By the side of my bed, I have a nightstand that has like 4 shelves that I try to keep like anything I may want overnight in there. And I have all my electronics plugged in to a power strip next to it. And then I have a panic bag that I keep attached to my bed that I do plan on making a whole video about in the near future. Got breathless when talking about a panic bag. Ironic. And it's gotten so unorganized, like everything is so unorganized. So I need to just take the time to empty everything out like I just did with the rest of the room, dust the shelves, just completely reorganize all of this. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do. This is it, as you can see. This could use a little love too, but it's like outdoor stuff, which is kind of useless right now as cold as it is, and my yoga mat and my lightsaber, because that's, you know, vital. But these are the shelves. They're just crowded and cluttered, and I was keeping like the books I'm reading next to the stand because this got too full, and there's too many now, and they're like falling on themselves. And this is my panic bag. It's completely like overrun, and these cords are just a mess. So yeah, this has got to get fixed. Not really looking forward to doing it. Well, that's a lie. I am kind of looking forward to doing it because I really love organizing stuff, so this might be fun actually. This is way too much stuff to organize. I do enjoy it, but it also feels like insurmountable right now for some reason. Luckily for you all, I can just snap and make it get better. See? Much better. Although it does kind of look like I'm having a very weird garage sale on my bed. And we're all done. This looks so much better. I feel so much less stressed. I still have to vacuum here. They're like little pieces of wicker basket here, which is driving me crazy. So I'll vacuum this up later. But the wires are more organized. Everything's more organized. Panic bag is much more organized and reasonable. And this is set up. I have my vitamins, my glasses, and sketchbooks and like writing books in case I want to do something. These are all books I'm currently reading and very short, fast reads. These are my next books to read, but aren't as urgent to read. And then controllers for the lights in our room and a cat laser thing, because that's vital. And then here's a bunch of Harry Potter books I'm reading and an Animal Crossing guide, which makes me very happy. So yeah, that's much better now. I feel like I can breathe again. Oh yeah, and on my bedstand, I keep these books that are little comforting ones to read before bed or first thing when I wake up in the morning to kind of start off on the right track each day. And my electric kettle, because again, this is everything to me. All right, that is it for today. I have a couple little other things to do. My girlfriend just got home, so we're about to have dinner and go out shopping for something she needs. And then when I come back, I'm probably gonna end up putting my laundry away. If I don't, at least it's much less to do than I've had to do. It's a very small amount of laundry. And I have to like send in my iPad for repairs, and Apple's site keeps being down, so I haven't been able to do that yet today. So I tried adjust with that and it just wasn't working, but I'll check it again tonight. But I figure when I fold laundry, I'll probably just have a Christmas movie on and be hanging out with her, so I'm not gonna be vlogging that. So that is where today ends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It made today so much more pleasant, so much more fun to do, and actually kept on me to finish everything I was working on because you all were hanging out with me and watching me. And now as a reward, it's time to open my I'd Rather Stay at Hogwarts this Christmas advent calendar. So happy! It's day 11, it's going way too fast. It's such a like tiny little cabinet. I'm very curious what's in here. Interesting, this one's actually a repeat. It's another pencil that says Expelliarmus, which, I mean, if you're gonna repeat a spell, I guess it's good to repeat the spell that is the one that Harry Potter himself repeats every 3 seconds. no matter what the situation is. He's not a Ravenclaw. I almost wonder if they didn't mean to have 2 of these and it was supposed to be another spell, but I don't mind having 2 of the same spell because this is a great spell. And I used my other pencil today and I started getting really sad because I'm like, oh, when I like wear out this pencil, it's gonna be gone and I won't be able to get another one. This is depressing, but now I have a second one, so I have a backup. I'm not opposed to having a backup. Alright all, so that is it for Vlogmas Day 11. I don't know how Vlogmas is going by this quickly. I don't know how Christmas is going by this quickly. It's a little upsetting, but it's been really fun hanging out with you. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Until then, be merry, be happy, and have a fantastic day.